Not only did Benavidez team win, but the fans won. These are the type of fights that boxing needs.
Yeah, no, thank you, and I want to thank all the people, all the fans for the support, and the media of you guys for all the support. Also, man, a very satisfying victory. Uh, we're super excited, super happy, and man, you know, from the beginning, I knew that Caleb Plant. I always said that he's a good fighter. He had good legs, good IQ, and very fast with his hands. And I knew like 4 or 5 rounds it was going to be difficult, you know. And we knew that we had to touch the body like in 4 or 5 rounds in order to start working. What we were trying to do is warm him out a little bit and use the defense and make him throw punches, make him commit so he can get tired. And that's exactly what we did. We started hitting the body like in the fourth round, and then we started throwing more punches and risking a little bit more, and we turned it around. And I think David did a great job, and the plan worked very well, and we were successful with everything.
There was a lot of upset um, fans in the crowd, um, saying they weren't happy with that referee Kenny Bayless allowing Plant to hold.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I think we could have took him out before even the corner were trying to stop that fight. But at the end of the day, you know, they let us punish him a little bit more, and the referee was on his side. He wanted to save him. He wanted to give him more time to recuperate. And at the end of the day, he made a mistake, and he let him get beat and get hurt more, and he ended up in the hospital just because of that. And like I said, man, you know, we were fighting two guys. We were fighting the referee. We were fighting Caleb Platt. At the end of the day, we got the victory, and that's what matters now. And um, we did it. You know, he had a lot of help, and he couldn't even do anything with all that help. And so we're super happy and super excited, super confident, so sure that we're gonna win this fight. It was just a matter of time. We did not panic. You know, you never seen David. A lot of people said that David, you know, was gonna come angry and all that. And a lot of people said that Caleb Plant was going to make David look like an amateur, you know. And but no, we were always composed and relaxed. And like I said, you know, the plan was catching him after like the fourth, fifth round and start hurting him. And eventually drop him, but the referee saved him. And every time he was hurt, he would separate him and give him time. And then Caleb Plant came with the blow. He got more time there, and um, like I said, you know, I'm happy with the performance. I'm happy we won, and I'm happy that it ended the way it ended. We showed the world that David's on another level, and he was had more skill that Caleb Plant.
Now, if it wasn't for Kenny Bayless, there's a lot of fans saying that you guys would have stopped Plant early in that fight.
Yeah, I think David would have stopped him earlier when he got him hurt, but like I said, you know, poor guy, you know, like I said, you know, um, Canelo dropped him with one shot. He got him hurt, and they stopped the fight. David just gave him a beating, bro. He punished him for 4 or 5 rounds, you know, and it was sad to see. If it was me, I would have stopped the fight, you know, because there was no need for so many punches, you know, and to end up in the hospital, you know, for what? You know, we've seen that Caleb Plant when he's hurt. I don't think there's nothing else he could do. You know, when he doesn't have more legs, that's it. No more weapons. You know, once David catch him, he was catching him with everything: uppercuts, body shots, hooks, straight right hands. You know, pretty much everything. You know, so I didn't think he had a chance. He was very hurt.
And seeing that Plant was hurt, were you guys surprised that Plant didn't go down? Because those were big shots from Benavides.
Yeah, every time, like I said, every time that he was hurt, Kaylee Bellis would step in and do something or say something, you know, just to let him get away, you know. And we get him again, and then the same thing happened over and over. And everybody saw that, you know. So I think I'm happy, man. I'm happy with the performance. I'm happy that we won unanimous decision. You can see David could move, can adjust, and do a lot of things. Fight inside, outside, and I think that it was a great fight, man. It was a great fight. My respects to Caleb Plant.
Now I have to bring up Kenny Bayless once again because I'm very upset with what he did that night. And another thing that got me upset about that referee was when he walked up to your corner and said, "No talking, no talking." Is that a rule in boxing? Because I don't think that's a rule. Like, why couldn't David talk to Plant? Why is that not allowed?
Yeah, that's another thing. He would come to our corner and just give us, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. I tell him, dude, he can't do that, man. That. Oh no, he's okay. He could do that. He's not extending his hand for a long time. Come on, bro. And I told him he's hugging too, bro. Like, one, are you gonna give him a warning? It's so obvious. And I'm telling you, he's gonna hit and grab. And he was grabbing a lot. He never said anything about it. So I saw the fight yesterday. He goes and tells the court, "Oh, I already told him not to hit him behind the head." Like, what the fuck, you know? So something was funny here, man. Something's funny here, man. To be honest with you, you can see it with Rayo's fight. You can see it with Davis' fight, and I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. To be honest with you, we were fighting two guys there that night, and everybody saw that. And too bad for the referee, that he was exposed, and a lot of people are talking about him. To be honest, you're not the only one. Everybody's talking about him. Everybody's it's upset and not happy with him. And at the end of the day, I'm super happy that we won that fight, and no doubts that I don't think there's not even going to be a rematch. Because David really messed him up. I think next time it'll be even worse. You know, because he did get a lot of a beating, a big beating, and I'm happy with the performance, man. To be honest, whatever happened, even though we had some problems in there and fighting two guys in there, we still made it.
Yeah, take nothing away from Caleb Plant. Like you said, he's a great fighter. But after this beating, do you think he's damaged goods? Because, as you mentioned earlier on, he took a lot of damage. I think that fight should have also been better if not. So, do you think he'll be okay to come back?
I wish that he's okay to come back. Like I said, I like that guy now. He's a nice guy. I like him, and I don't wish him nothing bad. I wish he will come back strong and come all the way to the top, and only time would tell. But I think the corner should have stopped that fight in order to so he could be a little bit more fresh, and not lose all that confidence. And I would definitely love to see him come back and keep winning and go all the way to the top for sure. I would love that to see that. Um, we beat him, and we beat a good guy, and that's the good satisfaction for my company.
Uh, I'm glad to see that you guys gave respect after the fight. You gave respect to each. There's some fighters that have never done that in the past, but I'm glad that I saw that respect between both teams.
Yeah, I'm super happy too. I had to let everything go for 5 years, man. I've been fighting and doing all this. Finally, I feel relieved. I feel happy, that we're not like that, bro. But at the end of the day, he proved himself that he's a warrior. My respects to him and his family. And like I said, I feel really good releasing all that hate and all that trash that we were talking, both ways, Uh, and I feel very good, to be honest with you, and I'm happy that I did that, and I'm happy that David did that, and even Junior. We love the guy, man, and our respects, and wish him the best, and let's start a new run, and let's keep fighting and staying focused on what we do.
Uh, I don't think it was hate between you two. I think it was more that you guys were probably frustrated not being able to get Plant in that ring. But now that you did, you finally did, I think you feel a lot better.
Yeah, for sure. We feel a lot a lot more better. We've been waiting for this fight. We've been trying to do this fight for a long time, and finally, we came victorious with it, and that makes me super happy, because that's what we wanted. We wanted to show the world that we could beat Caleb Plant, and we did. And there's nothing to it no more. That's it. No more.
And respect to Caleb Plant for finally taking this fight as well.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. My respects. He's a warrior. He showed that he was a real warrior, and like I said, I want nothing but the best. I want to see him come back and win more fights, and I'm gonna be cheering for him. Whoever he fights with, I'm gonna be cheering for him, and I'm gonna try to give him my support, and I want him to win.
In the past, we spoken about several names, including Plant. You got Plant out of the way, but there's still a few names out there that you know the world boxing wants to see, and that's Benavidez versus Canelo.
Yeah, that's the fight. It's a mandatory. We're supposed to fight. Even he said, hopefully, sticks to his word. The winner of David Benavides and Plant, he'll fight the winner of that. So we did it. It's a mandatory. I mean, we talked to the WBC, and they're willing to do that. It's a mandatory. He's gonna have to fight. If not, he's gonna have to leave the belt, and David becomes the normal world champion.
We also talked about Charlo and David Morrell.
Yeah, that's another big possibility. We're ready to go with David Morrell or Charlo or Boo Boo Andrade. We're ready. We're ready. That's the other fighters that we have a contract with. So we're just waiting. Hopefully, one of them steps in and wants to fight, and we're ready. We're ready to stay active and keep fighting.
Now, the way you guys beat Plant, the way you punish Plant, do you think these guys are gonna keep avoiding you because the Mexican monster definitely looked like a monster this past weekend?
Well, I hope not, because at the end of the day, if they want to get known and if they want to get in the big stage, the big lights, they have to fight David. So they know if they fight David, they're a closer step to fight Canelo Alvarez. So I think, yeah, I think everybody would like to fight David. I mean, they have nothing to lose, everything to gain, So we can give anybody an opportunity to fight. We don't care if they're Mexicans, Ecuadorians, Chinese, or whatever. We fight everybody, man. So anybody that wants to fight, let's make it happen. And that's what we're here for. We want to make history, and we want to fight the best. And whoever wants to take that challenge, let's make it happen.
I think a lot of boxing fans still didn't know that David Benavidez is half Ecuadorian, but he mentioned Ecuador after his victory, not just Mexico, but Ecuador. So uh, I think everyone's starting to realize that he has some Ecuadorian blood in there as well. So I just thought I'd show you these flags here.
There you go.
I got
Hey,
that Mexican flag signed by Fernando Vargas.
oh wow, that's cool, man.
And Fernando Vargas is a warrior, one of my favorite fighters.
Yeah, he is. He's one of the best, man. He gave us a lot of good fights. He was a warrior. He didn't back up from nobody. And yeah, my respects to Fernando Bragas.
And you mentioned the Rayo earlier on, so I have to bring up that fight between the Rayo and Colbert that everyone keeps talking about, and everyone keeps saying it was a robbery, and I agree, it was a robbery.
Yeah, I feel the same. There's nothing I could do about it. He looked spectacular in the first round. I think one of the judges still gave Colbert that round. Not happy with that either. Uh, we wanted to do the fight immediately with him, and Colbert does not want to fight Rayo. Uh, I mean, I think he should do it, because everybody's saying that he got robbed. So at the end of the day, they're not going to give him that respect. We're willing to do that. I think we won, man. At the end of the day, Rayo showed the people that he has power, he has heart, and we fought a great guy, a good guy, a guy that's an elite fighter, and I think David Rayo is better than Colbert. So everybody found that, and they know that, and I think Rayo has a good chance, and he gained more fans, and we're happy. Actually, at the end of the day, we're happy because we did gain a lot of fans, and they were entertained, and they were happy about the fight.
Do you think that Colbert truly believes that he won that fight?
No, he was jumping like Rayo was like, hey, he thought he was winning, and when Colbert won, even Rayo like, what the? And he's Colbert's jumping, and he knew he lost that fight, bro. I mean, come on, he was like, he's never been so happy in his life. You know, he lost that fight, bro. To be honest with you, uh, the Rayo did enough to win that fight, man. And Colbert, we know that he doesn't have a chin, and he got hurt a couple of times too. So I don't think he's done. I don't think he's gonna do anything at 130 either. At 130, there's a lot of killers there too. So um, I don't think people are gonna look at him the same way, because people know if he would give the Rayo the rematch, he will get all those fans back. So at the end of the day, man, I'm happy, and like I said, we're doing a great thing, and I mean, we know that we won that fight, and that's all that matters, and the people know that's all that matters.
I'm surprised to hear that you say that Colbert doesn't want a rematch, but yet after that fight, Colbert said
We can run
in
it
front of
over.
everybody.
We can, but yeah, if you ask him now, he came out with a lot of interviews. The hell no, he will not do it. But yeah, I mean, it was an emotion. He knew he lost, so yeah, we'll run it back. Why can't he keep his word? Now he's like, fuck that. I'm not gonna fight Rayo again. He'll fuck me up. you know. So why
What does
not? It will be a great fight. It will be another interesting, very good fight.
what does Rayo have to say about Colbert changing his mind all of a sudden?
There's nothing we could do. I mean, he's upset, and he knew. I told him you won that fight. There's nothing we could do about it. I mean, we just gotta continue, and everybody knows that you got robbed, so he's happy. He's not. Uh, you know, he knows he wants that fight, so it's okay. He knows. Or he'll get another opportunity. If he would have lost, that would be it for his career. But no, at the end of the day, I think it helped him to build his career up.
Were you decision? I thought that there was going to be a riot.
Hey, maybe thank God it didn't happen. But it should have. I mean, yeah. I mean, thank God it didn't happen. But hey,
Because everyone's still talking about it, and I seen a lot of fans at the fight saluting Rayo on his way out of the arena and saying
yeah,
that Rayo won.
yeah. A lot of people, man. And like I said, he gained a lot of fans. They gave him the respect, and everybody's talking in social media that he won that fight. But this guy has no shame. He's not embarrassed of it. That they gave him the win. I mean, he's still complaining that Rayo's a bad loser, sore loser, and this and that. I mean, he thinks he won. Of course they gave him the fight. So I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm not worried about that. We're back in the gym. We're gonna train hard again and give you guys a good fight.
Well, if you can't get Colbert back in the ring, which other fighters
We're ready for
which
everybody,
other
man. For
fighter?
anybody, Team Benavides is not scared of nobody. We're looking for those opportunities. You know us. We fight everybody. Culver is a good fighter. As soon as they gave us that name, we went with it. We'll fight anybody, man. Whoever they tell us to. We got to prove ourselves. And I know Rayo's a good fighter, and he's gonna perform well, and he's gonna do very well. So I'm confident, and hopefully, he learns from this too, and he motivates himself and keep training hard, and that's all he has to do.
I respect you. I respect you for taking those fights. You've told me from day one that you want the toughest fights out there for David, for Rayo, for everyone, for Pacheco. So I respect you a lot for taking these tough fights because this
Yeah,
is
I
what
believe,
boxing needs.
I believe that that's the only way. We're nobodies. We don't have a name. We come from nothing, man. And the only way that you're gonna get known is by fighting the good people, man. You got to prove yourself, and that's what we've been trying to do. And thank God we're doing it well. And this is what we do, man. We train for this, so we're not afraid to take any risk. Every fight is a risk, so why might as well take it with a good guy, a guy that's known, in order to get known faster.
Well, the Mexican Monster is now at the top. Everyone that doubted him forward.
Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of people are changing, now. But I understand we got to prove ourselves. We got to show the people. We got to convince them that he's the real deal at 168, and that's what we're doing, and it's working so far. And hey, listen, we're all the way on the top. We just got to maintain and keep working hard and staying focused. That's all we got to do.
Senor Jose Benavides, I thank you once again for joining me. And I wish you guys all the best. And I hope you guys get those big fights like Canelo, Charlo, Bubu Andrade, even David Morrell fight. All those names. I really hope
Thank
David
you.
Benavides
Thank you.
can
Well,
get
thank you
those guys.
once again, and thank you to all the fans. Thank you so much.